uppity, 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 up.
Uppity, 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 up.
Uppity, 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 up, 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 up. So you'd be like singing that while your sibling was beating the shit out of you. Like your sibling who just can't take you singing uppity anymore is just wailing on you and you're just smiling like drill. Like uppity, 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 up. Ow.
Hey, how do we sound? Can you hear me okay?
Do we sound good? We coming through? They hear us singing uppity, so I think we're okay.
Okay. Welcome to Thingus.
Welcome to Thingus. I like being, like, I always want to be the jolly voice that says, welcome to Thingus. I don't know what it is. I just...
Welcome to Thingus. It's like, welcome to Lego Island.
Yeah, it's like, this is a CD-ROM experience, and...
Speaking of CD-ROM, listen to this music on the Super Nintendo. It's like even more resonant and shit.
This is Super Nintendo ported to the Wii, right?
Yeah, this is just on a emulator.
Yeah, it's not quite my favorite thing.
You never liked Mario All-Stars, huh?
No, I didn't like the sheen. I didn't like the airbrushedness of it.
You know, they made Mario 3 against all odds. They still had that disgusting crundicleness in the left and right margins.
It's true. I mean, it's really incredible how good that game looks, but like I don't think that like giving it Super Nintendo graphics does it no favors.
Well, yeah, like it files that shit down so you don't see it anymore. It packages it in a, better package.
Yeah. Well, it's like the last Mario game where Mario looks like he's mad. Where like little Mario, you're just like, he's mad. By the time they give him the whites of the eyes, there's no more like, you don't get to like pretend that your version of Mario that you see is the correct version. There's just another, like there's just an objectively correct Mario to look at.
Yeah. It like shows you what he looks like on the box art in the actual game.
Yeah.
And like we threw all of our boxes out, so we were looking at a box art.
No, we were getting the entire story from the game itself. Although, we were probably reading the little book that came with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember there being a very robust book for the second Mario, for like, the one that's like just Doki Doki Panic skinned. I remember pouring through the book of that, like lots of drawings of monsters and like things to like get invested in. When you can't play video games, when you're in the car, you just like look at the book.
Yeah. Yeah, the art is great in the book. They have great art in this game and Mario World. And then they just had to ruin the ride. They abandoned that art style in favor of an extremely generic one that looks like a Happy Meal toy.
Yeah, I hate Mario House style.
Yeah.
Mario House style really bothers me.
It's just like gray. It looks like they just like had to redesign the characters to be toys, and then they just like based all the 3D models after that.
Yeah. You know what's great?
Want a Yang leg? No. Okay.
Wanna smoke? No. Okay.
Yeah, party.
Yeah, no. This is the song about like. It's kind of like being on a boy's bed. Like, it's kind of just like being at a lame hangout. You're a girl.
You go to a party and this is on the TV and everybody's just like stoned or like on heroin or something. And one person is not talking. They might be dead. And another person is just like non-stop talking and just like talking about these deep things while like almost crying.
And this song just plays on and on and on.
And like the guy who's playing as Luigi just has no idea that it's his turn. It's like you open the door to this party. You were told this was a party, by the way. It's like everyone stops what they're doing to look at you, even the dog. It's like you're kind of thinking about just like walking back out the door you came in through.
But too many people and dogs saw you, so you can't.
Yeah, you have to have, you have to eat whatever that smell is.
Well, you have to at least find the guy that invited you.
Yeah.
And he's not
get his
there.
free food from his friend.
He's in the kitchen, which is terrible. So, like, you're actually talking to him in the kitchen and listening to this song from
And he's
the
offering
room.
you a drink. Want a Yingling? No, okay.
Want a bulk-sized cheese? No, okay.
Mike's Hard Lemonade? No, okay. It's a twist stuff. No opener.
Dale's Pale Ale. Rolling Rock. No.
IPA.
That's a bad hang. It's time to go.
Time for a smoke. No, the wind blew it away. Not okay.
I have no more weed. Guess I'll just die. Wait, there's some guy. He'll get me high.
I have lots left, but it's bad.
It's in my room.
We go into the room and it's also like this is on. Oh yeah, I forgot I was playing before.
Wanna play? No, okay.
Want some gum? No, okay.
Like, you're the girl. Like, you don't stop making this face. You're just
Won't
smiling
you
a
please stay? No, okay.
Oh, she's already gone. Okay. What are we drinking tonight? We're drinking Dr. Thiv Give. No, okay. It's fake Dr. Pepper. This is what millennials have to look forward to. If you want a long life as a millennial, you do a lot of things that are basically drinking water that pretends to be Dr. Pepper. You're just like, all right, well, I had my fun, and now I need to drink, like, basically, like, dog food for people. It's the same nutritional composition for every meal now for me. And I've learned fun ways to make it seem like it tastes good. Mostly just using memories of what tasty things tasted like.
So I want to play some Castlevania, but first I wanted to show you this.
Mario Paint with the Wii.
Yeah. It's a little bit odd, but
it can be done.
It can be done, and it can be fun. I don't know if I'd recommend using paint, but playing that attack.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's check it out.
Let's try.
The thing is, like, getting to the corners is really difficult.
Really hard. You can't easily switch between. Well, there's no mouse, right?
Nah, there's no way to actually use a mouse, I don't think.
Can you, like, change menus with select or something?
Change menus with select?
Yeah, is there any button that changes the menu, or do you have to mouse it?
I think you have to mouse it.
You just gotta be so patient. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Yes!
There we go.
Da-da!
Oh man, it's like once you get it, it's kind of fun, but it is a little bit frustrating. I think the sensor bar was rotated a little bit, so it's not working super well.
Do you need me to fix it?
I think it's fine.
Alright. You're doing okay.
I'm getting it.
At least with the flies.
Oh, that's right. Here, let me move it.
It can be better. It can be better. It's just a sensor. It isn't me. It isn't my fault. It isn't my fault. How's that?
Yeah, that's way better.
Those, they like it, right?
They get a little thrill. They come back for more.
Yeah, right, it's the same one over
Yeah, it's
and
like Daffy Duck.
This is basically a Windows game.
Yeah, why they didn't release it for Windows, I suppose because
it's fucking Windows, and this is made by Nintendo. Right? How often does
but
Nintendo
they
do
did
stuff for Microsoft?
they did put a Mario in a game for PC. Mario
one?
teaches typing.
Mario teaches typing,
and
right.
Mario's Time Machine, or Mario is Missing, is also a PC game.
Yeah, terrible game.
Yeah, Crundus.
Crundus. They're not gonna give Mario Paint or Nat Attack to Microsoft. They like purposely put bad games on.
Well,
Windows.
the equivalent on Windows would have been Kid Pix,
Right.
or something made by Apple.
Yeah. But Mario, like, you know, Mario Paint was specifically not that. If you have like a $200 Nintendo and a $50 cartridge, you can paint. You don't need
That's
to buy
right.
an entire computer.
The computer would have cost like how much? Like $2,000?
I mean, I don't know what a computer cost back then, but it was definitely more than a
A
Nintendo.
Macintosh in like 1993.
Very expensive.
Probably like $2,500, right?
Yeah, no, only Doug's neighbor, Mr. Dink, would own that shit.
Douglas, I ordered a Macintosh. Very expensive.
You're doing pretty good. How's everyone doing tonight?
I told you it was the censor bar. You made fun.
Now look at me. I'm eating crow. My sibling licked me.
Do you know how the Wiimote works?
No.
Take a guess.
Um,
There's a sensor bar, right?
there's a sensor bar.
So what would you think it does? You might assume that it senses things, but it...
But I'd be wrong.
Yeah, you'd be wrong. The sensor is actually in the Wiimote, and the sensor bar just emits a little light. So you can actually play a Wii without a sensor bar. If you have two little candles set up, it'll detect that as two lights to differentiate, so it can figure out depth
Amazing.
and X and Y coordinates and shit.
Amazing.
Yeah, I used to do that. No!
No.
Well, you know, it's not as easy as with a mouse.
No, but that was pretty impressive.
Okay, yeah, let's do a little Castlevania.
All right. So you say everyone's always talking about Symphony of the Night, but that this is the real treat.
Well, this was the me one. This is the one I cared about.
Right, right.
This one is really good. I feel like this is my favorite one.
Oh, yeah?
So there were two for Game Boy Advance. This was the one I felt like is like the more real one.
More real.
And yeah, I didn't have the PlayStation game, but like I guess that was the one that sort of shifted the focus. Like you've probably heard people use the word Metroidvania.
Yes.
It's because they made these games way more like explory. So they became more Metroid-like. They became a boy with a map game.
I see. Because like I've heard a lot of pushback against Metroidvania as a name these days.
Well, that's just like such a generic way of describing like a 2D side scroller with like a map or exploration
Yeah, with
or something.
exploration. Yeah. And lately, what do you think of this? I've been hearing this word Metroidbrainia.
What? Brainia?
Yeah, like when there's puzzle elements. It's a Metroidbrainia.
My gosh.
This shit has to stop.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, what about just thinking about your game's own identity instead of just like trying to, well, yeah, like I can understand like being able to describe it really quickly, saying like, oh yeah, it's a Metroidvania. It's the kind of game where you shoot stuff and heads attack you and you find treasure.
Right. But I mean, if that's what you're saying, then you're basically saying that your game is like based off of like a 40-year-old concept, right?
Well, it took quite a while for the genre to mature. You know, this game, it was, you know, I guess Symphony of the Night was probably around like 2000. It's like the first Metroid game was like 1985 or something.
Yeah.
So like for 15 years, there were like people trying shit, and you know, in the case of like PlayStation or Game Boy, the technology got a lot better, and there's eventually no point of like the technology improving to make these games better or
Right.
something. Like they were just so good with what they had here.
Right. So the genre hasn't evolved, but like people are still exploring within it. Like the
Yeah.
hardware hasn't evolved, but people are still exploring within
Well,
it.
it just like
limitations.
it's like I guess like because 2D games like are 2D, they don't have 3D graphics, so like you don't necessarily think about the 2D games you're going to make in the next gen.
Right.
Like you think about it for Game Boy Advance though, because Game Boy Advance was where all of the like 2D games went after PlayStation 2 and GameCube and Xbox were all the same 3D games.
Right. Although now 2D is present on every platform.
Right.
There's nothing strange about it, although there aren't a lot of AAA games that are made in 2D. It's mostly indie games.
Yeah.
But indie can mean quite a lot of money these days. A double A, if you will.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have no idea if Konami still makes Castlevania games.
I don't know. I haven't heard of anything like that in a while. They would definitely not be 2D like this.
Yeah, I remember they made 3D Castlevania games, and I didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't buy those. I feel like, its nature is being a 2D game, right?
Right.
Well, I don't know. Metroid Prime, which we're gonna check out later, is a 3D Metroid. So like, they did make that and make it feel like a Metroid game.
And Metroid is like FPS, right?
Yeah, Metroid Prime is made by Retro Studios, which is an American studio from Texas, and yeah, it's a first-person shooter where it's like got third-person elements, like when you turn into a morph ball. You see it from the third person.
Oh, I see.
That'd be funny if you were in first person for that.
Did that studio make Metroid Dread too?
No, Metroid Dread. They're the same studio that did the remake of Samus Returns for the 3DS.
Oh, I see.
I don't remember what they're called, but I feel like you might have it.
Oh, yeah?
I think it's behind you, actually. Metroid for 3DS.
Oh. Can't quite see it from here. But
Yeah, I forget
probably
where I
is
saw
sitting right
that.
behind me.
I think it's behind you.
Cool. We saw a very impressive robotic articulation of Mother Brain at MagFest.
Oh yeah, that shit is great.
It was one guy. He needed a little help from his friend to get everything hooked up because he ran out into the little circle where you're allowed to do whatever you want. Like there's like a performance, you know, like a little designated performance space in the hall, and you gotta like jump in there and not waste any time. So he got in there with his friend and set the whole thing up. It's massive. It was like 10 feet tall, and ultimately he was able to strap himself in, like wear some of it as a backpack, wear some of it on his legs, and he piloted it all on it, like basically all on his own. It looked so fucking cool. It had like LCD eyes, so it was blinking, and he played the music, so it was
Like confetti came out of it.
Yes.
Like drools.
yeah, it was awesome. And then like as he was piloting it, a Samus walked by, so she like posed with it. It was really fun. I was I had a lot of laundry to fold this week, so I was watching Summoning Salt, and I watched some of the video about like Tetris top scores over the years. And I didn't get to the end of the video, so I don't know if this evolved any further, but originally Tetris maxes out. There's a kill screen that is impassable, and the game maxes out. So the goal used to be, back in the 80s and 90s, the goal was to max out, and like only a few people, in internet history claim to have been able to do it with like no proof,
Yeah.
But probably some of them did it. And then later, somebody got the idea that you could just you could max out and then you could manually count what your score would be. So you could quantify it beyond the max out. And then they figured out a way for the score to be printed on the screen. I wonder if you have any ideas about how they did that.
Found a way for it to be printed?
Yeah, for the actual score beyond the max out to be printed.
Oh, geez. Did they, like, hack the game? Did they, like, write code in Tetris blocks or something?
They did hack the game, but they didn't write code. They wrote a code in Game Genie. And it turned the score into hexadecimal so that they could read it.
Cool.
Yeah. And then, I didn't play all of it.
They wanted to make that illegal.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure there were purists who refused to do
Oh,
it.
I meant Nintendo.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, I know. It is so awesome that Galoob won that lawsuit. I feel like that's a real hinge point in video game history.
Yeah, in American law history too, I'm sure. It's like, I don't know, hacking video games is protected by the free speech law or something.
And it has led to so much creativity. So much expression through these games. Like, it's kind of this sort of comforting counterbalance to the idea, this persistent idea that like there are just like 500 games being made every day and nobody's playing any of them. To think about how there are games that are so thoroughly, endlessly explored that people are willing to invest thousands of hours of their lives into them.
Dead end.
Yeah. This game looks amazing.
I love this game.
It
The music
moves
is so
great.
good.
Scary! And it dies so realistically, like it floats upside down like a dead goldfish.
This game was important to me because when I was in my last 2 years of high school, I was in this program where I was like, I had to get on a bus and go to another school. So I was there was constant downtime, and I was always playing my DS. I was playing Game Boy Advance shit because that was the stuff I could pirate. I had a little purple USB thing that I could put games onto.
Those doors look cool.
Yeah.
Right, so it was like the easiest little hackable console you had.
Yeah, there's no region lock on the DS or the GBA. Before the 3DS, when they got a region lock shit.
Yeah. Right, so the reasoning, Gabby says, is that you needed the underlying game to use a Game Genie. So it wasn't replacing the market for the games.
And it didn't make it easy to steal them or anything.
No, exactly. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to change the game that you buy. For fun.
For fun?
Like, literally for fun.
Yeah, just for fun. The whole point, right?
Well, and we're still having fun. How about that? Tried to ruin our fun.
Having fun at all costs. Having fun and breaking the law. Having fun at all costs. Having a fun. Even if Dad says no.
Oh, I hate if Dad says no.
Have fun on the bus. I love all these games, I stole every one. There is no law against having fun. You cannot
stop me, I already had. Well, I'm attracted to a man who has had fun.
Man who knows how to have fun. And it's like a guy playing Wii. He's like, you know, I got the Homer channel.
My
You
God.
can have fun.
Look how much fun he has. I'm attracted.
He has
to it.
so much fun with his Wii.
Having fun.
The dragon really said that when he died.
Definitely. At good cost.
Having fun at all costs. Having fun on a school bus. Having fun at all
On the
costs.
school night.
And it's like, you know, you play that thing while you're getting bullied for it by the PSP kid.
Yeah, the PSP kid who thinks Nintendo is gay. He's just picking on you while you're just like, there's just fun reflecting in your eyes.
Having fun despite the odds. Having fun at all costs.
That is a song for our time.
Every Castlevania game has a song like this.
Yeah.
It's just like so dramatic. It's great.
And it makes you think of the price of fun.
Well, it just makes you think of how much everything sucks. Everything sucks. I'm 16 years old and everything sucks.
Yeah, you live in a world of ghouls.
It's like, I felt like when I was like 15 or 16, I got this game, and like, it was a critical hit. It was like
Here, hold it from the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was like I was the perfect, fuck. I was the perfect age for Castlevania.
Target demographic.
Yeah, well, yeah, like it's cool to see that, because like when I played Castlevania 3, I didn't get very far. I was pretty young, but then I got older and games started to come out while I was old enough for them.
Right. You were getting more powerful.
I have more power, I leveled up. I can't talk with weed without cough.
Now I can drive. Sort of with a learner's permit.
High. I can drive while high, it doesn't impair me at all. I'm having fun, breaking the law and risking all, having fun at all costs.
Well, like, this song makes you think that it's possible.
To have fun?
Yes, at all costs.
Well, yeah, like, the song in a Castlevania is always like, you know, there's a range of music, but I feel like when you first enter like this, you always get something like this that's about, like, how tragic it all is, that Dracula is back again.
Right. Evil has returned to the world. Like,
evil has returned and brought his dirt. Dracula canonically brings his dirt. He needs to live in it while he's dead. Dracula lives in his piles of dirt. He had them shipped with FedEx. Yeah, that's one of those things that's just like part of a story, and it's like you can kind of ignore it in most versions, but I like that. It's so shitty and stupid sounding, but he'd do that.
Yeah, he has his dirt.
He has to bring his dirt.
That's very important to Dracula lore.
Yeah.
He has his dirt.
If he travels to another country, he must bring the dirt.
Yeah, no, he gets like one of those like trucks that'll like deliver mulch to your house. It backs up to the castle.
But it's like, you know, most mulch is interchangeable. His mulch is not mulch, and it's not interchangeable.
Are there worms in it?
I don't think so. I feel like his dirt must be cursed.
His dirt is dead. There's no like little microbiology in that dirt, enriching the soil for all the plants to grow.
I'm sure there's a whole chapter dedicated to the dirt, but I don't remember exactly how it goes. I just feel like that's the song it plays when Dracula, or maybe this is the song it plays when they ship the dirt.
I just feel like, you know, the dirt without any of the life that lives in it is not dirt as we know it. It's just dust.
I think it probably is just dust. I imagine is just like
ashes.
Nothing can survive in this dirt.
Yeah.
And it has to be my dirt. Oh no, if it's not the right dirt.
Right, like if you go to the garden center and buy some dirt, Dracula's gonna know. Because he'll die. What are you?
Maybe he won't die, he'll just complain.
You don't want to deal with Dracula complaining.
No, because he'll never die or get tired of complaining. These guys are a recurring monster in Castlevania. Yeah, Oscar knows somebody who loves this game.
That's right. I don't know if he plays it though, his friend. I think his friend might watch videos of other people playing it, which is how I like to enjoy these games too.
Yeah, they're pretty gruesome. There's horror monst. It's difficult. This is actually easy compared to a lot of other Castlevanias. Like, there's save points everywhere. Those other games, you have no idea where you're gonna start over.
Yeah, that's humane. It is funny that every kid in the world has a big brother to play the games that they don't want to play.
Yeah, well, you know, your big brother is the one who had them in the first place. So the reason I'm playing Castlevania 3, even though it's too hard, is because it was already there, like every other game.
Yes. Yeah, like a 6-year-old playing Castlevania.
Oh my god!
Because his big brother has it.
I did it even though I couldn't play it, just because I don't know. It's great looking, great music.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's just like this. There's, you know, great music, and that's like enough for a lot of the time.
Yes.
Oh fuck.
But like the monsters look cool. The castle looks
scary, but it's like I feel like, you know, a 6-year-old could sort of be exposed to this. No! Fuck. I was careless.
Cool death sequence.
Yeah. You know, you can sort of show this to a 6-year-old because it's like two-dimensional, it's small, it's abstracted. You know, you can't even read the faces. It's like a little bit censored in that way. Oh my god, how long ago did I save?
Oh yeah.
I could do a different game. But like, you know, you see like Dark Souls games, and some of those things are like really scary. Like,
oh my god, yeah. Yeah, just like a character that like, just like it looking at you is the sound of a scream, right? Like, like it just like enters your vision and you realize that you've been hearing a distant scream for a long time and it's getting louder.
That sounds like Re-Deads from Zelda.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they look at you as ah!
That to me is the scariest shit. When a monster comes screaming at you,
yeah.
and is the physical embodiment of a scream.
Yeah, well, yeah, like that's so freaky. There's a monster called Deadhand that is just like this creepy hunched over blob-like guy who's got dead hands coming out of the ground that grab you by the face. It's terrible.
No thanks. See, I'm so out of the loop with Mario's. Are these all yours?
Jackie and Greg made these Miis like too much.
Too much.
There's one called Not Enough.
Ogvorbus.
And Ogvorbus. Gwizg. I think I made
You might have made
Gwizg.
Gwizg.
Yeah, I made Gwizg. It's an alien.
Ogvorbus sounds like a nerdy audiophile name.
Ogvorbus. This is what Ogvorbus looks like.
My video game engine likes an Ogvorbus.
Do you know why? Why is that?
I have no idea. It runs best on the engine.
Have you ever had Ogvorbuses in your like audio collections?
Yeah, but not often. Not on purpose. When would I get? You know when I would get an Ogvorbus? Usually when I was downloading a movie and then getting an audio track for it.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Is Og smaller?
I think it's pretty. Yeah, the compression is pretty efficient. So like your game will be smaller if you use Ogvorbus than if you use MP3. Or obviously than Wave. I don't know the reason. It could just be that my video game engine is from like the early 2000s and it likes stuff like that for no reason. I remember when I was 7 at a friend's house and she beat this game and the final cutscene played and she looked at me and said, Bowser just died and got sent to hell. And like, I mean, obviously that had an impact on you. Did you think that maybe she was right? See,
I don't think the question is is she right? I think it is. Did he deserve it?
He goes to hell. That's the only thing you remember about the whole game, yeah. I'm so out of the loop with Mario games that to me this feels like a fairly recent game.
Well, here, let me try to date this game for you. I played this game after coming back from that cross-country trip we went on.
Oh my god. That was so long ago.
That was a long time ago. Doesn't feel recent anymore, huh?
You drove with me across the country when I moved, right? Like when
Yeah.
I moved across the country. So that would have been 2009. 2009.
That was 2010.
Yeah?
It was my last year of college. Was it 2009? I feel like
Maybe it was 2010.
I feel like this game was 2010. Because I don't think I had any more college to worry about. I might have it wrong. It was 15 years ago. But you know, that's what I think about. I think about watching Urusei Yatsura and playing this game.
Damn. That was a long ass time ago. I stopped picking up new Mario games. I don't know that I've legitimately played a Mario game.
Well, I didn't play this game legitimately.
No?
I was really excited to hack my way and figure out how to pirate it. I mean, you know, it's more fun to play with the Wii and like do that shit than it is to even steal a game.
Mike swears by Mario Galaxy. He says it's a terrific game.
It is, yeah. Well, this game is fun too. It's just a lot of the leftover ideas that they didn't put in.
Yeah, that's fine. B-sides.
Yeah.
But maybe you've played them less than the other game.
Yeah, the other game is definitely worth replaying, but this one I've probably only played once, so it's cool to oh wait, no, I had 3 files, so this would be my 3rd file.
Is this concept in the first game?
This drill? This
Yeah.
is new.
This is really cute.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, they also seem to have a lot of unused ideas for Mario Odyssey, but they never did a sequel to that.
When did that game come out?
That was 2016.
So that was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Was that the last big Mario release?
Yeah, that was, well, they made Bowser's Fury, which was not like a full 3D Mario game, but it was like a sequel to 3D Mario World, or no, Mario 3D World.
So
It's like they added a campaign.
So when's the new Mario?
Probably in like a year or 2, right?
Yeah, you think they're working on it for the Switch too?
Well, they have to, right?
I don't know. It's been so long.
You think they're just done making Mario games? Like,
I'm wondering if like the canonical Mario game is still important to them. They're making so much fucking money from like other Mario endeavors, from like Mario movies and parks and shit.
Yeah, but I always feel like they need to make a new console and a new Mario game together.
Right. Well, that is how it's always felt. Right? That like if they don't put a Mario game on the console, then it's like it hasn't come into its full potential yet.
But it doesn't have to be a launch title. Mario Galaxy came out in 2008. The Switch, that was 2 years after the Switch came out.
Oh, it was, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, just noticing that Dave and Kate and Mike are watching from Charlottesville. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Just talked about you.
Yeah, we just talked about you being my husband.
I was saying that that you swear by Mario Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
It is a really good game. It's and like this is like the continuation. It's like It's more the DLC. I guess it doesn't hit the same as the first game. And I'm kind of thinking the Switch 2 might not hit the same in the same way.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to be bad. I mean, this isn't bad.
No, I mean that's like, you know, everybody goes through this phase of like doubting that Nintendo is gonna hit it again. And I mean, you know, I don't think that's totally unfounded. I think like over time, Nintendo has lost the juice and, you know, is not really creating, you know, like, you know, innovation-wise is not really, you know, hitting those heights anymore. But, you know, the Switch 2 is like reliably new and different enough that plenty of people are going to get excited about, and there's probably going to be some good games on it. But I don't know how many people are going to buy it. It sounds like, you know, it's just expensive enough that maybe this will be the Nintendo console that's only for like Dorcases.
Well, you know, Nintendo, they're the true gamers, and they're the ones playing 4D chess. Maybe the idea is to make the Switch's life last even longer, since they're not going to stop making Switch games, right? Or at least the Switch is still going to be compatible with a lot of new games.
Yeah, well, I mean, they landed on something really excellent with the Switch. Like, there's no reason for them to change the way people are now playing their games, which is, you know, playing console games wherever they want. They are the only console that does that, right?
I guess.
Like, a PlayStation, it weighs like 20 pounds, right? You're not taking that anywhere. And now they're really trying to like step up the online play with it. It's like a handheld, but it's also got like robust online play. But that's also like some shit that you have to be a member, like you have to have a subscription to use. So I just don't know how many like children you're gonna get on this platform. Like, just weird rich kids, you know?
The rich kid console. It's like the rich kid show.
Yeah, it's like Babar. Tintin.
Babar for Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, no. Babar for Nintendo Switch 2. Only the weird rich kids are playing that game. Like, kid, I'm sorry. Your parents didn't tell you. I know the game is like just barely interesting enough that you don't fall asleep. It also comes at a social cost, I'm afraid. That Yoshi looked amazing.
Yeah.
Just like the most like rubbery, delicious licking. Like the return on those treats going inside Yoshi. Delightful. Very sexy Yoshi. I see. So you're controlling Mario with. Are you controlling Mario entirely with the pointer?
No, I'm controlling him with this.
You're controlling him with one hand, and you're using the pointer with the other hand to collect stars.
Yeah. Yeah, the pointer is like the Wiimote has the A button for jump and, you know, the B button for throw stars.
Oh my god.
And then you can collect stars while jumping around as Mario. This thing was so disgusting. The other day I cleaned this. It was caked with just like
Nast from like God knows who.
Me! I think this is my nunchuck.
That's your old skin.
Yeah.
Glue Sheep, first time chatter, asks if we talked about the live action Powerpuff Girl trailer. I think we talked about it on the Discord. Did you have any opinions about it?
That it looked like, you know, bad fan art, and they, you know, were right to kill it.
They were right to kill it. I mean, like, for sure they were right to kill it. Although, you know, I feel like I maybe go a little easier on Diablo Cody than the average person who saw that.
Yeah.
I think she's great, and I want to like some shit like that from her. Like, I'm still mad that like the Lena Dunham Polly Pocket thing didn't happen. Except, you know, when I heard that Lena Dunham was going to make a Polly Pocket thing, I thought she was also going to play Polly Pocket. That to me would be hilarious. And I'm still sad that that didn't happen.
Okay.
And I kind of like when some indie asshole gets their hands on something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't think it looked like it was good. I just think that when I saw it, I kind of wished a good version of it had existed. I don't have any objection to the idea that they had, is what I'm saying. I'm not so precious about these
Although
things.
you wanted it a certain way. You had an idea about it.
About the Powerpuff Girls? Yeah, and I already got that. I already got that. So if somebody wants to try something new with it, you know, it's a superhero. It's a serialized story. Oh no. It's a serialized story. I don't think only one team could make that, or that it has to be a 2D cartoon. I even think it could be like some stupid edgelord shit. I think all of that could have been fine.
I remember the edgelord shit from back in the day.
Yeah, remember edgelords? Remember when like the shit kids said to you in high school was like what went for comedy?
Like what?
Like, I don't know, bullying you for being gay, shit like that. Remember when that was comedy? Remember when it was comedy to just talk about how like you hate how your girlfriend wants to cuddle after you fuck her, and how you're just trying to play Xbox over here? They've brought that back. It never went away. But they want people to say that it's funny again, right? Like, you have to think it's funny. You have to think I'm funny.
Yeah.
I think like the last few years under Biden, there was a little bit of like culturally you have to think it's good that wasn't this. But now the new you have to think it's good is the fucking edgelord shit. And like I am getting really fucking tired of not using every opportunity to tell people that their art sucks. I'm pretty over it, honestly. I'm pretty fucking over it, because the thing is that like the kind of asshole I'm talking about that wants to be able to say whatever they want again and for people to laugh are like some of the most pathetically insecure people about their ability to be funny or liked or make good work or make work of any value to anyone, including themselves. They know how much they fucking suck. They know how they should fucking kill themselves with how much they fucking suck. And I am tired of not putting it in those terms. Because now they're the enemy. They are the fucking Nazi. So what do you have to lose? Telling some person who was in the scene with you years ago, who is now making the shittiest shit in AI that you've ever fucking seen. What are you waiting for? Eviscerate them! Say everything about how much they suck that you ever thought! What are you waiting for? Why are you being nice? Tell them how much they suck so they'll fucking die!
Well, you know, that might be the thing to do. But alternatively, they tell me that I suck. Well, they should fucking die.
Wait, they tell you you suck, but you know it's not true, so you're not gonna fucking die.
They tell me that I suck because they're insanely jealous.
Oh yeah. But like, you're never going to fucking die over that because you go to bed knowing you don't suck, and you wake up to the sunshine in the morning knowing you don't suck.
No, and I don't use AI, and if I do, it's good, because I don't suck.
Yeah, I am really, really, really tired of letting the people who can't go to bed because they know how much they suck live. Don't let them live anymore. Don't let them think for even 1 second. Don't let them bully you for even 1 second into thinking they shouldn't die because of how much they suck. Lupsy says this is the most recent game they've ever seen on Thingus. It's true. We're going quite modern tonight.
Well, look, we have these walled garden platforms, right? A lot of those places are there to protect these fragile egos. That's how I see it nowadays. That you can be like, check this guy out, about literally anyone trying their best, making sincere art.
Yeah.
And you'll appear to come out on top because you've belittled them. You've brought them down to your level.
Yeah.
But that's all you've done. You haven't done anything to help yourself. You haven't done your own art.
No.
You just copy what everyone else is saying. You haven't progressed. You can make it appear like you haven't failed by trying to cut other people down. And this still bothers me. But I realize this.
Yeah.
That like these people have always tried to cut you down because of their shortcomings.
Because they're fucking pissed off that they couldn't make it, that they couldn't hack it. And like, I want to, in case anyone doesn't know what I mean, I'm not talking about people who are not good at drawing or are not good at making music. I'm talking about people who are trying to get the external validation that they don't deserve for the shit that they're doing. They are trying to reshape the world so that they don't suck. It's like, it's like you go to the gym and you see somebody who's clearly first day at the gym it is, right? And they're on that machine and they're sweating, right? You would never say that person sucks. You'd be like, all right, you see them trying and they possess the heart of a hero because they're trying, they're putting themselves out there and they're looking quite vulnerable doing so.
Right. It's easier to just like put up shields and pretend that nothing affects you and that you think everything is funny. It's like those people don't actually have a sense of humor. They're sociopathic.
Right. And then they act like they've got such a twisted sense of humor. No, I don't have any patience for that anymore. I've spent most of my life ignoring it because ultimately, my standing as an artist and my ability to find eternity and peace with myself in this lifetime has nothing to do with my relationship to those people. They are not relevant to me. But lately, they've been fucking with my world a little bit, They've been making the world more hostile to art. And, I feel a little bit like Bugs Bunny, who's getting fucked with at the beginning of the cartoon right now.
Yeah, this means war.
That's right. This means war. This means war. Because I will never tell you that you don't suck. You cannot hold me at gunpoint and force me to say that you don't suck. I will never say it. I will die with a big fucking grin on my face. Are we talking about 20-year-olds who have supposedly solved art? Well, I am talking about people who are thinking that AI is going to replace art and that they're going to be an artist now. That they are going to be installed as an artist.
Well, I see people who are artists who are just like lazy.
Oh, yeah.
Use that shit to cut corners.
Yeah. And I mean, before AI, they were cutting corners too, but I didn't have a personal reason to be mad at them. But yeah, it is an extension of the sort of like lazy resentment that has been building. And I don't know if this exists all over the world. It's certainly really, it's really cutting through in America. I don't know how much of the world hates art. I think Americans, by and large, have trouble with art. Would you say? Like Americans by and
Sure.
large, they get kind of pissed off about art.
Right, like, what do? I'm an artist. It's like, don't you feel embarrassed saying that? It's like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, an artist, I see.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mr. Artist over here.
Yeah. When I was...
Fuck you, that's what I do. It's my job. That's the work I do.
Yes. Yes. I went somewhere in France where I needed to fill out an application to and say what my job was, and I usually just say illustrator in America, because I don't want to explain to people that I make video games, and I know that cartoonist doesn't mean anything to them.
Okay.
But I just wrote cartoonist, and the woman knew exactly what I was talking about.
Uh-huh.
Because there are comics sold in bookstores on, like, you know, every half mile in Paris. Comics are, even though comics generate some of the most revenue, like the creations within comics generate the most revenue. In America, by having all these comic artists create all these superheroes and scenarios that end up in movies and video games and theme parks and shit. Comics are so devalued. There's no money in like Marvel and DC comics.
No.
That's just like the remaining pretense that they need to keep up. That like it's all about the superhero comics. I mean, graphic novels for children are doing excellent in America, so maybe this shit is gonna change. And manga is doing great in America. But for many, many years in America, comics has been like an incredibly marginal profession that nobody in their right mind would seek out, and nobody would understand if that's like your aspiration.
Yeah, there's no support system. If you say that to a teacher, they're not even gonna hear that. They don't know what to say to that.
That's true.
Our teachers don't like that either.
No, our teachers found me annoying. I had a couple of very good art teachers who did help me as best they could. One of them was a photographer and one of them was a fine artist, and they both suggested to me that I seek out a specific program in New York. They suggested. One of them suggested I took like a pre-college comics class at FIT. I did that when I was like 15.
Cool.
And that was very good encouragement for me. Of course, I'm glad I didn't go to school for comics.
Yeah.
Because it has a very expensive degree for... I mean, I wouldn't have hated going to... there are schools that are not like... it's not like a university, but it's like an academy where you can, not necessarily get like a bachelor's degree, but you'll learn more. Like if you go to, there's what is the school called in White River Junction? Help me out here. There's a very good school for comics in Vermont. And I believe there's another one in Florida, Jacksonville, or at least it used to be in Jacksonville. CCS, Center for Cartoon Studies, is that it? Hell. Oh man, this looks cool. Holy shit. See, you could trick me into thinking this was a modern Switch game.
Yeah, it does look kind of aesthetically similar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the modern Switch games have better rendering and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell like the technology is better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is really impressive.
This looks cool, yeah. You know, Nintendo games don't look that much different from this now.
No, exactly. Like I've seen a few, like, you know, Kirby games, and it's basically this kind of texture. I mean, I don't know that games need to look better than this.
Well, they do have ray tracing on the Switch too, which is like the final thing to have, you know, everything. You need that too.
Gotcha.
Which I am a little excited for. I've never seen Nintendo using ray tracing for anything. They've never had that, and Nintendo makes great art, if nothing else.
Yes. If nothing else.
Well, you know, they make good games, but I feel like they don't make too many new games.
No.
It's a lot of repackaged stuff.
Yeah, I think that may just be a reaction to like where the market with games is. A lot of people are playing old games. You know, I'm not spending my money on new AAA games.
No, I mean, they announced like 5 new Nintendo games. It was like $500.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like $400.
I know. Not gonna happen, guys. I'm gonna play old shit until I die.
I'm gonna play Pac-Man.
Well, there's just so many video games. You could play video games for so little money forever. How are you gonna sell people a new $60 game? It has to be a new Mario Kart where you can go around the world.
I thought it was gonna be more like $80.
Yeah, it's gonna be $80. You're right. This guy looks a little bit like Patrick Star.
See, this is the reason that Mario Galaxy 1 was better. They had Rosalina. We have him.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty bad.
What's the matter, SpongeBob? You don't like? I thought we were best friends.
Oh man, Rosalina
I could
doesn't
do
even
everything
compare.
Rosalina does.
You're like, you just like start like reluctantly having sex with him.
Told ya. Hey, look at me! I'm in a Mario game.
I like Rosalina. Everybody loves Rosalina. Everybody who plays Rosalina is like Rosalina is their girlfriend, right?
Oh my god. It's like Rosalina is like she's like a goddess. She's better than Peach.
She's better than
She's like
Peach.
Peach but better.
She's like, here we go. Okay. She's down. Peach is not down.
But like to Mario, she's untouchable. He can't even jump on her.
No,
She's
no.
like inside of a sphere.
Yeah, no touchy. No touchy.
No touchy.
Threw off my groove. I'm sorry,
You threw off my
the Emperor's
groove. You threw off my groove.
Rosalina. Okay. I do love that, like, that Nintendo-y font there. Just, like, always looks like that.
Which one?
Oh, it said, like, new, and it was flashing. Yeah. There are a lot of characters that, you know, I play a video game and like that character is my boyfriend or my girlfriend. like I have noticed that pretty consistently if I stick with a game, because I pick up a lot of games and can't get going with them. And the games that I stick with, I feel like...
Oh my god.
What?
It's just like you've cracked the Da Vinci Code.
I think this is it.
You can charge anything you want as long as this is true. The game grips you because you love some character in it.
Yeah, they're your boyfriend or girlfriend. They're like you you just like you either feel like you either feel like through them you can romance no, I mean it's usually just, it doesn't even matter like whether you're romancing them or not.
Well, what about Metroid? Is Samus your girlfriend?
Yes, because she's the only one that you're with. Samus is your girlfriend. And like anytime you can see a little bit of Samus, you're like,
Yeah.
she's so hidden from you, right? And when she wins, she's revealed to you. Like
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, only when you've beaten the game fully.
Yes.
She takes her helmet and then her suit off.
Yes. But like I find like even in puzzly like UI games, I find like even one drawing could be my boyfriend. I've been playing The Root Trees Are Dead. I think I have a few boyfriends in that.
That's
Oh,
your
no.
boyfriend.
Yeah, my boyfriend in The Root Trees Are Dead is Miracle, the youngest Miracle. Miracle Jr.'s son is my boyfriend. I might have a girlfriend in that game too.
A boyfriend and a girlfriend.
And a girlfriend. Who's my girlfriend in The Root Trees Are Dead? I think my girlfriend in The Root Trees Are Dead is the middle root tree. The one who's dressed like Cher from Clueless in the title. She's dead. And she's my girlfriend. Raina? Is it Raina? I don't remember which one it is. The one in the middle. My girlfriend from The Root Trees Are Dead. Everyone's playing this game Blueprints. Have you seen people talking about that?
No.
You like Clark? That's a good one. That's a good boyfriend. Clark fucked so many women. I'm sorry. This is a game where literally you're putting together a family tree. That's all you're doing. It's like Ancestry.com. Yeah, no, you're right, Clark's hot. Clark's hot. Like on the album cover, Clark was really hot, and like the girl he was with was really hot, and then he divorced her, and none of this is a spoiler. He divorced her, and then he was with another hot girl. And then he divorced her, and he was with another hot girl. Clark has been divorced twice. He looks very old in his latest family photo. He's got two very young girls now. He's old. Clark started over a few times. But yeah, Miracle Jr.'s son. I forget his name. Miracle Jr. Jr. Miracle Jr. the third. That's his name. He's hot. He's my boyfriend. What other video games? What other games? I've been obsessed with root trees lately. Can't take my eyes off it. Everyone's talking about Blueprints. I haven't played the game. I watched a video. Looks very complicated. This kind of looks like, to me, this looks like Portal.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe every first-person shooter looks like Portal to me.
Well, I never thought about it, but yeah, like this and Portal are both American games, and it's like kind of trying to look like something in the Metroid series, but not made by Nintendo EAD.
Yes.
Which is like the Japanese studio.
Right. Well, I guess it also has to do with the fact that you need to open the portal of every door in Metroid. It's Portal-like.
Sure.
Right, because every door is a little bubble that you need to open in Metroid. Blueprints seems complicated, and I gotta say, like a few days before Blueprints came out, the whoever financed this advertising campaign really reached me. Everyone was talking about Blueprints all week long before it came out. Or the reviewers who got early access were just coming about this game.
Uh-huh.
I knew Blueprints was going to be a big deal this week because they were talking about it for days before it came out. And then everyone got their hands on it immediately, so I watched the videos and stuff. And like, I actually saw there was quite a bit of a backlash to the reviewers hyping it up because a lot of people played the game and they were like, this isn't actually like the games that you compared it to at all. I'm actually feeling a little misled by all the hype that was going about it. Not that it was a bad game, but that it was not what I expected. And like, then there was like this backlash of reviewers being like, well, maybe you need to stop being an angry gamer about everything. Maybe if the game's not what you expected, I'm sorry.
It's like more people have become game developers than reviewers.
I think you're right.
If the conversation has shifted in that direction.
I think you're absolutely right. That's what has happened. And the game developers are feeling a bit at odds with the reviewers. Although I would say there's also a lot of reviewers who are also game developers now. I think everyone is a game developer now.
And everyone's a critic. So
yeah, bad time.
Both of those things going on.
Bad time to be to review or make a game. Bad time to make or play a game.
Well, you could be your own worst critic and listen to yourself, but no one else.
See, there needs to be people who don't make games who find meaning in other people's games, right? In order for there to be a real consensus about what is culturally valuable, the person playing it can't just be thinking, it's like what I want to make for a game. It's like, except I would do it better. How can you give yourself to something if you're thinking that way all the time? Do you think my opinions about video games are any good? Of course not. I'm just sitting here thinking about my own special little game all day long. This is a little like my game. Like, I'm like Boss Baby vibes with my own game. Don't listen to me. I'm only gonna tell you which games have boyfriends for you. I'll be right back.
I forgot how cool this game looked.
It looks amazing.
It's like there was no Metroid 64, but then like this came out and it's like there's like enough like going on here to make it feel like you're like walking through like a whole movie. Like all these sets look so handmade. It's crazy. I like that they do these like corridors. I wonder if they save resources that way, that they could like make more detailed environments because they're not as big. I think I might have heard that before, but you know, I'm also just observing it right now. But yeah, this studio also made Donkey Kong Country Returns, and they are not making the new Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I see. Was Donkey Kong Country Returns good?
I wasn't a big fan. I preferred Rare's Donkey Kong games. They got David Wise to come back and do the music,
okay,
which was pretty good. You know, I think those games are all right. I wouldn't count them out. I just like, you know, felt like you know, when Retro Studios made this game, it was like they made a new game. I feel like it matters in some, you know, that like Donkey Kong Country isn't a new game. and they remade it in a way that I feel like is kind of just like a generic platformer.
Yeah, that's too bad. You get too far from the original concept, and you're not making anything anymore. You're just like going through the motions.
It's adequate. It's quite adequate.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. But like this is really cool. Like this is stuff that Nintendo wasn't able to do without them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Nintendo and Rare splitting was a mistake. I don't know if they made anything really substantial after that. Maybe Sea of Thieves, which I have not played. But the reason I think that is because Rare has always been hinting at this like pirate motif and like this pirate game, and like they eventually made this big pirate game. So I wonder if that is them in their element.
Right, like when Nintendo's not breathing down their neck, they wanted to make a pirate game.
Yeah, like if they could just be whatever they wanted, they'd make this.
Interesting.
Well, they were going to make a game about like an adventurer and his dog, and like they were going to battle pirates, and that game eventually got turned into Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so they wanted to do it already. It's kind of like how what was the movie? The director of Wild Wild West was like desperate to put a giant spider in one of his movies.
Oh my God. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see that movie, but I saw the giant spider. It was great.
Right. He really, really wanted that. That was like for another movie, and then he did it in that movie.
And that was when CGI artists really could get jobs.
Oh,
when
man.
we needed a giant steampunk spider. Like
Yes.
before the word steampunk was established.
Right.
You know, people probably reference that movie whenever they describe steampunk.
Steampunk, Wild Wild West. Oh my God.
Do you like steampunk? No. Okay.
Yeah, like you get to see her walking a little bit, and she looks a little bit like a woman, just a little.
Yeah. Well, in Super Metroid, Samus actually loses her suit when she dies. You see her without her suit.
Oh, that's when she truly becomes your girlfriend.
Because she's got a gun, but she's also vulnerable.
Yeah, she's a soft person under there. She's so delicate, and supple, and woman-like under there.
She's supple, but with muscles.
Yeah, she's
She's
strong.
my girlfriend.
She's strong. She's a strong woman. She can kick my ass.
Strong female character.
Yeah, no. This was the age of the strong female character.
Well, at the same time as this game got released, they also made Metroid Fusion, where Samus gets like cancer. Basically, she gets an X parasite, which incapacitates her, and they have to like. They can't remove her suit from her body or something because it's like she's like infected. They can't remove the parasite.
Oh, man.
She's like stuck with this disease that like the suit is keeping her alive or something like that.
Oh my God.
And like Samus is made more vulnerable.
Yeah. Dying from the inside.
Yeah, and like you have to find the cure.
Wow.
You have to kill all the X-Parasite monsters and get their, like, DNA.
Damn, I didn't know you're sick in that game.
Yeah, you're sick in that game. I think that's, like, a big part of it.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. The whole game feels like you're being shuffled around a hospital.
Oh, wow. So somebody was working through something making that game.
Maybe.
That's very personal.
Well, yeah, you kind of tend to see the personal stuff appearing in games like Yeah, I feel like it's really obvious whenever someone has a baby and like that becomes everything they write about.
Yeah, totally.
Like there was a Mario game, Yoshi's Island for DS that used babies as like a mechanic.
Yeah.
That you exchange the different babies for different abilities, and like, yeah, you know somebody had a baby.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean, when they needed a baby in Tarzan, in Disney's Tarzan, you know the beginning of that movie with little baby Tarzan.
Yeah, yeah.
They gave that job to an animator who had just had a little baby. And you can really tell. Like he gets all the baby shit right. Perfect baby. Compared to like the shitty baby in Hercules, no one who drew that had a baby.
Or they hated their baby.
Yes.
I mean, I think overall the character designs are much better in Hercules. Like Hercules' baby being a little ugly is like maybe a good decision because it's funny.
Maybe. You don't want to miss it. You want him to turn into the best version of himself when he becomes a hero. Like, if Hercules was just like so cute, and then like as a teenager he was hot, and then as an adult he was like, you're like, who's this guy? It would be like, you know, all right.
He's always awkward. He has to prove himself at every point in his life.
It's true. It's true. Hercules is awkward like Superman.
Hercules.
Yeah. Oh man. The you know that kid who calls him that? Like, some animator was really fucking showing off with that guy, right? He's like, oh, hey, Herc.
Yeah. That is remarkable. You're like, whoa, when you see that, you like rewind and watch it again.
I know, you're like, whoa,
who
I'm never gonna see this guy again. Yeah, who animated you? I think they animated him and like a couple other characters, but like they did not have to go so hard on that guy. I mean, teenage Hercules looked pretty bad compared to him. I'm not a big fan of teenage Hercules either.
He's awkward too.
Yeah.
His whole life sucks.
Yeah, he is. You're right. He's always awkward. Not like John Smith. Not like confident, sexual Mel Gibson. John Smith. I was watching that today.
Was there a real person they modeled his face on?
No, apparently that animator just fucking draws straight ahead like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, you know. When I was in animation school, somebody said that to me. They're like, that guy, he doesn't even sketch. He just fucking draws like that.
That's great.
Yeah, and looking at it today on an HD TV, sometimes you can tell that like there are bad drawings of John Smith, like quite a few, and then there are really, really impressive ones too. Just the way he moves, you know, like not every drawing has to be great, but like he's got swagger. The guy knows what people look like. Yeah, we watched Pocahontas.
No!
Oh shit. You get crushed?
I got smashed.
We watched Pocahontas today, and you know, he's at a point where I'm talking about like, you know, the civilizations of like North and Central America. So I thought that would be like, you know, it would be fairly entertaining. There's like cute animals and stuff, and I'd be able to like talk to him about some of those concepts.
Yeah.
But you know, he mostly just paid attention to the animals anyway. And I was free to scrutinize the movie at my leisure. There are some, man, you know who my girlfriend in Pocahontas is?
Should I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it Pocahontas' friend?
Yes!
Oh, shit.
No. Yeah. She's fantastic. She, the subtlety on her face is incredible. She lies for her friend to like Kocoum, who like, all right, so like Pocahontas never has a conversation with Kocoum, right?
Oh, really?
They never speak. I don't think he says a word to her. He speaks to her friend a few times, and I think maybe there's something there, right? You know, like Pocahontas's friend is like Nanika, I think is her name. She kind of wishes Kocoum was interested in her, right?
I've never thought about that.
Well,
maybe.
this is the first time I've considered it, that that Kocoum comes to her, like, have you seen Pocahontas? And she just saw Pocahontas run off with John Smith. And she's like the pained look in her eyes. Partially because she is worried about her friend, but partially because if she told Kocoum the truth right now, maybe he wouldn't be as interested in Pocahontas, maybe? But she doesn't do it because she's such a good friend. But later, she tells on her. She rats on her friend, and it's kind of a little bit her fault that Kocoum dies. Because she involves him. Yeah, Grandmother Willow is my girlfriend. Yeah, I'm so glad that didn't give my kid nightmares. He was talking about nightmares earlier, and I'm like, did anything in Pocahontas frighten you? I just had to check.
Yeah.
No, he liked her. He thought she was cool. He thought it was hilarious when Grandmother Willow smacks some men on the ass with her vines. He was laughing his ass off at that. Nakoma, yes, that was her name. Anyway, my girlfriend. And then there's a lot of...
I don't know my girlfriend's name. She is Pocahontas' friend. Says that in my contact book. Should I update or leave it? Better leave it as it is.
Better leave it as is.
Better leave it as is. I'll be dancing.
None of the American Indians look good, except for Pocahontas. It's really a shame. They all look very bad, and they all have terrible voices. Well, except for Pocahontas's friend. I should say none of the men look good. Her father is like a Saturday morning cartoon. Like, he's voiced by Jim Cummings. Like Winnie the Pooh ass voice actor singing like, "That's why rivers live so long." Like, he's supposed to be like this, he's this 50-year-old Native American war hero. That's why rivers live so long.
Just look at your life through heaven's eyes.
Goof. Right, while he's watching Goofy fuck his wife through a tent. They all look bad. They all look joyless. It's a real shame. You know, they were being very cautious, and as a result, they lost all the real humanity in those characters. They were trying not to step on toes, as Disney always tries to do. And then, as you say, they always end up being offensive anyway. And I remember, like, people were offended by this movie. But, like, to me, the by and large, like, the way Pocahontas's culture is shown is like joyless. They're like singing hand in hand, like fictional people. And they have no sense of humor. And like Kocoum literally stands there while a child is tugging on his pants and doesn't react at all. He's made of stone. And the only great emotion they ever show from him is jealousy.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's very humanizing at all. It was like, I was kind of like, what the fuck? Again, like, Pocahontas and her friend are so animating to me because, first of all, they put the best animators on them, but then also because they actually give them, like, inner lives. And then you know, the governor is so fucking awesome. Like the villain, who is he animated by? I always forget who the lead on him was. It might have been like Duncan Majora Banks.
That's a great name. I've never heard of him.
Oh yeah, no, that I can't remember if that's him, but the governor's so awesome. He's so fucking funny. The way he moves, the shape of him, everything about him is great. His voice is awesome. Like everything about him is so fucking funny. And I like Wiggins too.
Yeah.
I like his little gay servant. He's cutting unicorn-shaped bushes in the middle of a fort in colonial Virginia, in like on a camp. He's cutting bushes. He's trimming the bushes. All of the Englishmen look terrible. The two bearded guys are okay. Put your back in it, you know, those guys. Everyone else looks like dog shit. Thomas looks bad, I'm sorry.
You're saying about how like the guys swaying are like the same guys copied over.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. During like the gold digging song, there's like these swaying guys with pitchforks. It just looks like some shitty cartoon that you're watching just to laugh at. It looks like very direct to video quality.
It's like worse than Tennessee Tuxedo shit.
Yeah. Absolutely dog shit. But, you know, every movie needs to choose where the dog shit goes, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not against that.
No. And the fact is that, like, the environments in this movie look really awesome, not just because there were excellent 2D painters on the case, but there's also, like, very unapologetic 3D graphics worked in. With like 90s ass textures and shit, and it looks good. It's very stylized. And who can forget Pocahontas herself?
Yeah.
Like that shit looks so good. The close-ups on her face are incredible. The subtle movement of her mouth and eyes. Unbelievable. The way her hair blows in the wind. Like, that shit is like... That shit's like top 10 for me. It's a masterpiece. I kind of believe the romance. I think it's well acted. Well staged. There's some really sensual drawings in there of them like, you know, laying their heads on each other's necks and shit like that, you know? Very sensual. When Pocahontas runs in front of her father's axe, or his club or whatever, her hair falls forward and you see the back of her neck. And it's a very striking image. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. She's like hot on the altar, like ready to be sacrificed.
Yeah, like that is a realistic but like extremely dynamic character.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't know who the like live action model was that they used, but you know, they should get more credit.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know who was like the reference point for that, but like that's not rotoscoped. Like that is just straight up animator.
Yeah. Wow.
She's also she's a bit girlish. There's like all these beautiful moments of her like looking up as the wind blows and then like fixing her hair while it's happening. There's a bit of that, but she's actually more masculine than usual. The way she runs is very powerful.
She's muscular, like Samus.
Yes, she's strong.
Strong female character.
Yeah. Of course, you know, when you think about like the actual like story of Pocahontas, and I haven't looked into for a while how old she actually was when all of this happened, but I think she was like 13, right?
That's what I've heard.
And they make her a babe.
They make her hot.
Yeah, they make her a real woman, a very sensual, sex-having woman. No, I think, like, yeah, Pocahontas looks like a woman, which is very unusual for a Disney character. She still has the princessy qualities for sure, but
They had to like really stretch Pocahontas's design to make her fit in with all the other princesses in Wreck-It Ralph.
yeah.
She's so real compared to all of the others.
Oh my God, that's true.
Well,
That's true.
I don't know if you noticed, but also Merida was like really changed. Her face is way different.
Oh really?
Pixar has like a completely different like design philosophy.
Wait, you mean like that they have now than they used to?
Just like the way they make women.
Yeah.
Like, look at like Bo Peep. It's like more like that than like Belle or the other Disney princesses.
Right.
It's got this early CG remnant. That's what I see when I see Merida, and then when I see Wreck-It Ralph Merida, it's like a more generic version of that. Like a Barbie doll that just has that hair.
Right.
And nothing else.
Right. I think I see what you mean. Yeah. I mean, when I think Pixar women, I think of Elastigirl and like every big mom that they had.
I mean, that's also kind of similar in design. It's like more Brad Bird, more of his personal sensibilities, but like it's not the same as like I don't know, like Elsa and Anna. They have a different face. And they like just put that face on Merida
to make her fit with everything else. Yeah.
And Pocahontas too. It's like
they give her bigger eyes and shit.
They took Jasmine and turned it into Pocahontas.
Ah.
Well, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Well, I think Pocahontas is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty underrated, huh?
Yeah, it's underrated because, again, like as a culturally sensitive production of its time, it ages,
Yeah.
And you see like all the shit that well-meaning people were doing at the time that ends up like just not being the best way to tell that story. And the movie also kind of like it has a bit of a both sidesism about it. Pocahontas' tribe is warlike, but I don't really appreciate the split screen of the song Savages, where they're misjudging the white men as much as the white men are treating them as savages. I just don't think that's quite right. And I don't think the movie is suggesting that it is like fully equally like this burden that they must share to get along. But it definitely doesn't discourage that attitude. I feel like, that is a little bit counter to current day programming. We're not really trying to like, United Colors of Benetton this shit the same way we were. It's a different age.
Yeah, I mean, like, there was like that commercial with like the Native American crying. I mean, that was before we were born.
Yeah.
It's like Native Americans were on coins. They were on like sports teams. Native Americans disappearing like in icons.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Is that a bad thing? Is that a good thing?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, you mean that they are not being portrayed?
Yeah, I feel like nobody really has the guts. Like, if Pocahontas did something right, it was just having the guts to try something and say it, like, portray it.
I think you're right, because there is actual, like, racism in that movie. Like the the Englishmen call the Indians like some really nasty things.
Yeah.
You know, like calling them animals and like, you know, like shrieking devils and shit like that. Like it's really I don't know that anybody has the courage to even depict that anymore, especially not for children.
I mean, yeah, like Native Americans did like throw axes or something. Like, would you not want to show that because of its connotation to like, you know, 1950s television with like cowboys versus Indians sort of thing?
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know that there's any real attempt to tell that story to children right now.
Yeah.
At least in the form of entertainment.
Well, Disney did a lot of stuff with Native Americans. There's like in Peter Pan, there's a part with Native Americans.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure that was right up to the standards of the age too.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I can't show that to my kid.
Well, but like, how do Native Americans feel about that?
I don't know. I don't know. When I was a kid, I remember it was largely considered by Native Americans to be offensive.
Yeah.
I don't know if those attitudes are the same. I mean, I would imagine that like the stuff in that is like, you know, they're drawn with like literally red skin, and they're using like made up like bad English, right? Like the way a white person says a Native American talks.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is like, I think that's cool, you know? I don't think I don't think people have warmed to that over time.
I'm just like remembering one of those like bad Seven Arts Looney Tunes where it's like one of the last one ever made, and it's like got a million Indian jokes.
Oh my God.
It's just like the guys versus the Indians.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Pocahontas was drawing from the racism of that age when they show the Englishmen being racist.
Yeah.
Because they do shit like that too, where they wear a feather on their head to make fun of them and shit. Like it's like a remnant of what those animators grew up hearing was supposedly funny or like entertaining. They're commenting, like they're burying that by showing these guys in the 1600s acting like that.
I remember there's a cartoon with Native Americans, and like they want rain, so they buy these pills, and the pills like cause like different weather shit to happen, and they accidentally spill all the pills and they all happen at once. Yeah, that was a funny cartoon.
I mean, I like remember that cartoon, but I also just kind of assume that like it does not like I don't think anybody would be interested in showcasing that or like remembering it as anything other than like a really buried ass artifact.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah. I
mean,
don't know. Maybe it's really funny. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter. You don't watch it because it's good. You watch it because it's a Thingus. It's like Era the Acrobat.
Right, exactly. A Thingus does not in any way have to be good.
Well, this game is good, and a Thingus.
That's
it
true.
reminds me of like the witch voice.
Hello, my children.
That you were developing.
That I was developing
in those years.
As we got this game.
Man.
It's one of those games you get in Florida, so you can't play until we get home. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit!
Right,
oh,
right.
Fuck.
That's when you get the good gifts for the year. You did that perfect pitch.
Oh fuck! I'm dead.
Fuck. Oh, she screams in a woman's voice, and you see her dead in there. Do you see? Would you have seen her if you hadn't moved on? I want to see her dead.
I think that's all you see. I don't think you see. What are you gonna see? Her eyes as two X's.
Well, you heard her scream. You heard her
Yeah.
scream. That's pretty real.
Yeah, that was scary.
I hear her voice.
Yeah,
That's
you
what she
died.
sounds like.
That's what she sounds like.
I think we got about like 5-10 minutes here before.
You want to do one more game?
Doesn't matter to me.
Well, I just lost some progress.
All right. All right, we'll do one more game very quickly. What else you got on here?
Lots of things.
All right. It's the end of the show. Did you have anything you wanted to discuss on the show before we call it a night? I have one,
Yeah.
but you know, I'll give you the chance.
Well, 4chan went down.
For good?
I mean, it got like hacked.
Oh, no wonder everyone was talking about 4chan the last day. Okay, 4chan's down, like more down than it's ever been.
Yeah.
I'm like waiting for someone in the chat to say it's back.
I mean, I guess it could come back, but like it got hacked and like the moderators got doxxed and like the site got leaked and the source code got leaked.
I mean, that is probably for the best. That's a very
Yeah.
that
how
is a
about just
very
Arrow the Acrobat.
Oh my god. No! Let's hear this shit. Fuck me. Fuck, I wanna fucking die. Kill me now. Except for this iguana who's cool. Wait, what's wrong with that game? You don't like it? The game we just got? You don't like that one we got at Toys R Us? No, I like it, Mom. No, we'll play it now, actually. Yeah, sure, we'll play it, Mom. Shit.
You know, if a game has a circus in it, it's bad. Well, like, I remember Circus Caper. That game was shit.
Yeah.
You have like 1 life and 1 HP. Also, I can't seem to start this game up.
Cool fucking iguana.
Yeah, cool iguana. He looks cool. Why isn't he the main character? Why can't you play as him? Oh, right, because I still have it set to mouse.
Yeah, this music fucking sucks. Yeah, and guess what? Guess what? When you play the level, it's the same music. Don't believe me? Don't be fooled. Ladies and gentlemen, the song you've all been waiting for.
The video game mascot that's gonna change it all. Arrow the Acrobat. Yeah, I mean, good thing he doesn't talk, or that would make this even worse.
Oh my god, yeah. But he did dance around in sunglasses before.
So you kind of want to get him killed.
Yeah, it's okay if he dies.
I can't even. He's like not even in the way, so I don't even need to kill him, and I can't figure out how.
Why is he there?
It's like he sits with Bubsy at lunch and thinks he's so much better.
This guy's not going anywhere. Bubsy, give me a break. No one wants to play this.
It's like, you suck, Bubsy.
And Bubsy's thinking the same thing about him. The two of them are sucking together in the shitty break room.
Oh, fuck.
It's like a little offensive, that sprite.
Wait. Was it like Huh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm raising an eyebrow there. I'm craning an eyebrow.
This like feels unfinished.
You say Bubsy's nowhere near this bad?
I think this like this has like less jag to it maybe. But like as a character, Bubsy is much better.
This is like if there was like, you know, the game history foundation unearthed this and made it one of their games that weren't. It was like, this is an early prototype and it's surprisingly good. That would be the ideal fate for this game. If it was a prototype that surfaced after 30 years. That's what it deserves.
Well, do you think it should be finished then? You think this game's got potential?
No.
Nah, I don't really think this is like such great like movement. Like this isn't fun to run around as.
No, that's not fun. That's why people did Sonic, because it felt fun.
And now I'm lost. Where am I supposed to go?
To fucking hell. You're supposed to just die.
Hell and go to hell and die and hope I don't see you next.
See, the thing is, nobody would ever say die in my game about this game because nobody would put their name on this.
Oh, you get a power-up that lets you fly.
Yeah, you already have wings.
You're
you
a
should just
bat.
be able to fly all the time.
Should be free.
Should be free.
Okay, but that didn't even, like, give me a clue about where to go next. And this music is, like, blaring.
Yeah, it's so fucking loud. It's so fucking noisy. We're supposed to believe that an audience is watching this entire game? Like, an audience left their house to see this?
You have to move that, but, like, where am I supposed to take it?
Take what?
Where am I supposed to go?
I think you can fall through that
this it?
fire hoop. Oh. Oh. That's also not fun.
Look at that. It's like... It's like when you go one direction, they like... Well, yeah, I guess they don't give you enough lead room when
No,
you're running.
you
It
can't-
doesn't show you what's in front of you.
No, you can't feel free.
Yeah, also there's spikes!
Yeah. Terrible.
Alright, well...
All right, I think that's it for the night. Jesus Christ, what a piece of shit game.
Speaking of piece of shit game.
Total crapola. Da, 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 da. This isn't the game we played, is it?
No, we didn't have this.
Oh. But we had the NES version, which was god-awful. Uh-oh. That doesn't bode well. Oh, there's a cutscene animation?
The artwork is looking a lot better. Uh-oh. This isn't looking great.
No. You know, I'm pretty sure that... What is it, Jay Ward?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that Jay Ward's intellectual property is still owned by his family members. And I think what's going on here is that they are choosing bad game studios to work with.
Well, it was at a time where video games were kind of a craze. Like, everything had a video game, even the old-ass cartoons.
Yeah. But this, like, you should have gotten somebody to make a good video game, guys.
Yeah, but they didn't understand it, and it shouldn't be a video game anyway, right?
I don't know. Bucky and Bullwinkle is, like, really fun, minimalist 2D art. It could make for a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, I like the art.
You could make a visual novel of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, shit.
Does nothing except pause him.
No!
That UI is cute, but it doesn't make any sense to me. You have to like, you have to like fill in the paint color of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, I don't know.
Or maybe Rocky is just an outline because no one's playing player 2.
Maybe.
You think Rocky and Bullwinkle could work as a Banjo-Kazooie type thing?
Well, that is what this kind of looks like. It looks like the life meter from Banjo-Kazooie, because they get like see how like he gets progressively more defeated looking?
Yes, yes.
Maybe they got inspired when they made Banjo-Kazooie by this game.
Oh, this is a DS game?
This is like a game for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But they made this after Banjo-Kazooie?
No, I didn't say they got inspired by Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, you think Banjo and Kazooie ripped this off?
I don't know. Maybe some of the same people worked on it. I don't know who made this game.
Interesting. Like, games like this just like feel like, what's the point? Like, why are all these creatures after Bullwinkle? Like,
maybe they saw this and thought like, are Rocky and Bullwinkle dating? It's like, and like Banjo-Kazooie is like that too. It's like, are they dating?
are they
Is she your girlfriend? She's your girlfriend in that game.
Is
Kazooie.
Yeah, Kazooie. Well, no, I think Banjo is your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Kazooie is Banjo is Kazooie's boyfriend.
Yeah.
She controls him, right?
So she's in control.
Yeah, no, sexy Banjo with his khaki shorts and his little necklace on a bare chest. You think I haven't noticed? Banjo is the definite boyfriend in Banjo-Kazooie. Name a game, and I'll tell you who the boyfriend or girlfriend.
Mystic Quest.
Tristan. Pazuzu.
Oh man, there's so many games.
Yeah, what other games? Let me look at some of the games over here. Let's see. Super Mario 2, obviously, it's Princess. A Boy and His Blob, it's the Blob. Dragon Warrior. Who's the girlfriend or boyfriend that drives me to play Dragon Warrior? Golem. The gold man or the golem, the stone man.
Not the princess that says thou must.
Oh, you're
love
right.
her.
There is a princess who's actually your girlfriend.
And she won't let you leave until you say you love her.
Well, all right, she's your actual girlfriend, but she's not your video game boyfriend or girlfriend.
No, the boyfriend is definitely like that wolf that wears clothes.
The wolf that wears clothes?
In every Akira Toriyama thing, there's always a wolf that wears clothes,
That's
or a dog
right.
that wears clothes.
Yes, the skeleton with the sword is another boyfriend-like figure. Who's the boyfriend in this game? Well, I think Bullwinkle is generally boyfriend material.
But what about in relation to Rocky? Are they boyfriend and girlfriend?
No, no, I don't think so. Well, they would be boyfriends, right? Rocky is a boy.
Rocky's a boy.
Yeah. Are they
Voiced by June
boyfriends?
Foray.
Yeah, are they boyfriends? Right. Rocky is a boy but has a woman's voice. So maybe they are in love. Maybe they are in love. I never thought about it.
They're a little like a couple.
They're a little like a couple, and like Boris and Natasha are a couple who are fighting them. And they don't want to fight just one of them. They want both of them. That also makes them more of a couple. They have to deal with Moose and Squirrel. Pikmin? Oh, the little astronaut is your boyfriend. Of course.
Well, there's also, like, in Pikmin 3, there's this awful, like, female captain who makes you go out and get juice for her.
Yeah, that's
And she
terrible.
drinks all of the juice.
That's terrible.
I mean, you know, sometimes you want a terrible girlfriend, right? It's like Daisy is your girlfriend in Mario Land.
Well, did it drive you? Did you
Yes,
like it? Okay.
I had to save Daisy.
no, I
matter
mean,
how.
did you like the terrible coach in Pikmin?
Well, I didn't actually finish that game.
Yeah, she wasn't
She
girlfriend
wasn't.
enough.
She wasn't good enough. Yeah,
No.
she was driving me crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I guess since you're supposed to play as Rocky, I'm not driven by Rocky or anything.
No.
They remind me of New Pagodi. It's like a Russian cartoon with a wolf and rabbit.
Oh, right. I've seen that. Cute.
There's like so much like sexual tension.
Oh,
there.
yeah. They're not shy about it.
Yeah. But like, you know, they're nemesises like Tom and Jerry.
Right. Okay, Ice Climber. Obviously the bear is the boyfriend. Duck Hunt the dog is your boyfriend. He makes fun of you. He helps you. What else I got over there?
Damn it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Obviously, April is the girlfriend and always has been.
Here's more list of games. Aladdin. I mean the genie, right?
Genie is your boyfriend. Yeah, he's shirtless, and at the end of the movie, his bands come off, and his arms are more naked than before.
He's free.
He's free.
He's naked.
Yeah, he's naked.
Like Britney.
Like when you take a collar off of a dog, like the genie looks handsome without his collar.
Oh my god, he looks so different. He looks bigger. He takes up more space.
Yes. I'm free.
He's
It's
free
like
now.
taking the collar off of my cat Sugar and just seeing how handsome he is.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, the bad guy cat from this movie.
Yeah.
Animaniacs. There's
never played.
like some sexy old squirrel.
Oh,
There's like a sexy mink.
Slappy squirrel. No, you're thinking of Minerva Mink.
Yeah. There's a old squirrel and a mink.
Were you the one who showed me that old furry cartoon that somebody probably spent 10 years animating by themselves of like the sexy furry that's kind of like Minerva Mink?
Yeah, it's very much in that style of like the early 90s.
That is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Eric
Like,
Schwartz.
oh yeah? What?
That's his name, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Eric Schwartz
Although
made...
there was a very similar type of animation made by someone else, I think.
Do you remember what it's called? Like what the name of the girl is?
It's like Sandy the Squirrel or something.
Sandy the Skunk Girl. Yeah, something like that. She's just like a sexy girl, and she's walking around and making a whole bunch of animal men like react in hilarious ways as she walks by. And it's like really well animated and like, you know, true to like that 90s furry look.
They see her do like a cartoon eyeballs take
Yes.
and like drop their ice cream or blow up in a car wreck.
Yes. And it just goes on for like 5 minutes. It's really long. So impressed by that.
Yeah, it looks like they just did it for, you know, just to make it.
Yes.
Just for art's sake. Beauty and the Beast?
I never played that.
No, like, who's the girlfriend?
Oh, in Beauty and the Beast,
like-
the Beast is your boyfriend.
But the girlfriend is that, like, little feather duster thing.
I never felt that way about her, honestly. If there's a girlfriend in Beauty and the Beast, let me think for a second. I'll find her. Who's the girl? I mean, it's Mrs. Potts.
Yeah, she's single and she finds love at the end.
That's right. She likes Belle's dad.
Yeah.
No, Mrs. Potts is like nurturing, but she's also like, you know, for a teapot.
Belle's dad was the boyfriend the whole time.
Right. He was the boyfriend we didn't even know. Well, no, yeah. I mean, there's something there. You know, she's choosing between her father and the beast. She has to. She can't have both. Although I guess at the end of the movie, she kind of does. Well, she doesn't have the beast anymore. He turned into a French man.
No! Wanted beast.
So, everybody in the 90s was disappointed by the beast turning into that man, right? And Glenn Keane knew that would happen, you know. Glenn Keane, who also animated Pocahontas. His true masterpiece, which I've brought up before. Glenn Keane's true masterpiece is not just the beast, but Belle and the beast at the end of the movie. He did both of them. And I think I've brought this up before because I consider him a hero for this scene because he fought for this scene. He knew that they were going to make the beast's transformation 3D, and they were going to use basically cross-fading, blending and shit. And he knew that was the plan. I don't know that if they did a demo of it and he saw it, or if he just knew that they were going to try it. They must have tried something before they agreed to let him do it. Because he was like, you know,
I'll handle this.
I love, Iron Man's a little feminine looking there. I always appreciated his hips. So, you know, Glenn Keane, I'm pretty sure he accepted a pay cut to give this a chance. You know, if they'd let him try. He animated everything you see. I mean, you can tell where his animation starts because Belle starts to look good, right? Sorry. There's a few scenes where she looks good otherwise, but she looks best when he's doing her. And you can tell where it starts. It's right when she comes to his side and he's dying, and she starts touching his hair in this way that you've never seen her do in the rest of the movie. She starts stroking the hair on his face and running it through her fingers and just cradling his head in her hands. And you see his eyes roll back dead into the back of his head. It's all really, really beautiful. And you see her say, "I love you," like he did all of that. And then, you know, the beast's body starts to transform, and it's the most Leonardo da Vinci-ass shit you've ever seen in a Disney movie. Every drawing a fucking Vitruvian man's worth of calculation, and yet, you know, such personality, such dynamic. It just the sinews of a lean, muscly French man under the beast, just coming into fruition. The beautiful feet arching and fingers grasping the air, and light pouring through these fingers as they're drawn up into the air. All drawn by hand, all him. I'm sure he had some assistants, but look, he came up with it. And he does it all by hand. It's incredible. And then he also animates the beast getting up as a man and turning to Belle, and everyone is immediately disappointed. No, who's this? He was cute! He looks French.
No.
Look, the thing is, I like him now. And I think part of it was just that the beast is sort of this Like, ironically, the Beast is kind of a go-between. Like this abstract idea of what we would be attracted to. Which is why I think so many people, like, being a furry appeals to so many people. Because, like, I think as you come toward having sexual thoughts about humans, you're gonna circle around it by thinking about how handsome a cat is.
Well, I'm serious. Like, I would fuck a feather duster, but like, it's a beautiful thing, and they make it look like a woman.
Yes.
It's like a really good anthropomorphization of that.
Yes, yes, and like, you feel like Lumiere is like cartoonishly handsome enough, as a candle, to pull that babe, the feather duster. Oh my god! And when she's a human, you remember what she looks like when she's human?
Yeah.
But that's not your girlfriend in the movie. Like,
No.
the human version of it is
No,
not.
the abstract one is the one you want.
Yes. You know what character really fucking hurts me now? Oh my god, I'm going over because I'm talking about another Disney movie. You know what character really fucking hurts me now at this point in my life? The Armoire.
The armoire.
Yeah. So Belle comes in, and the Armoire is like, it's been such a long time since we've had anyone in the castle, like, not being cool at all. And she's like, oh, you must go to dinner. Let's see what I have in my drawers. And she's so fucking excited to talk to this young, hot woman in the room with her. Let's see what I have in my drawers. She opens them up and moths fly out. And she's so embarrassed. That shit hurts now. That's me. That's me talking to somebody under the age of 30. Oh, I know what you'll like. Let me see what I have in my drawers. I open it up and bugs fly out. And my face just turns red immediately. But I don't mind the Beast anymore. I actually think I think they made the right choice. They made the right choice about the human Beast. He is a little bit frightening when you first see him. First, because you've gotten used to what your love looks like, and because he is actually French looking instead of looking like a male Disney character. Like, Disney princes do not get a lot of variation. They may be more restrictive than the princesses. Think about our princes.
Our princes?
Our princes. Like the prince from Cinderella looks like the prince from Sleeping Beauty, looks like the prince from Snow White.
Yeah.
Right?
Those are not the boyfriend.
No. No, I mean, in Snow White, you've got 7 boyfriends.
But which is the boyfriend?
Dopey.
Dopey.
Or Doc. I would accept it. Or Grumpy, actually.
Grumpy's the real one.
Grumpy's the boyfriend, yeah.
The hard to get one.
He's the hard to get. Yeah, that's absolutely
Fuck
the boyfriend.
ass.
Yeah, Grumpy. Because Grumpy
I need America's help.
Grumpy cries the most when she dies.
Oh, cool.
Okay, go. Princes have looked the same for a long time. And Gaston fancied himself a prince, but he's like a caricature of a prince. He's too muscly, he's too dashing, his chin's too big. But the Beast doesn't look like any prince we've ever seen, except that he has the eyes of a prince. And then when he turns into a Frenchman, he does not look like the prince that we've actually gotten used to seeing, and he doesn't look like the Beast anymore. He looks like an actual handsome French man. And that's a little scary, and it should be. It should scare you a little bit, because therein lies the kernel of the erotic. He's strange. He's been strange to me before, and he will continue to be strange to me in new and undiscovered ways as the years go on. And I, in turn, will become stranger as I leave this fucking hick town that tried to kill me and live exclusively in the castle.
Where they'll be eaten alive by wolves if they even come close to it.
Yeah, no,
And my beast husband will put them in the dungeon if they try to come in.
yeah, well, yeah, right? Like, that's her life now, right? None of those people in town can be forgiven, right?
Well, I mean, what happened? Did they die?
Some of them died and some of them ran home.
How far away is this place from their house?
They got there in a single night. So, like, maybe just like a couple of miles.
Okay.
You think LeFou is dead? Did LeFou get eaten by a treasure chest?
Yeah, somebody got eaten.
I don't think LeFou died. I think he ran away screaming. He gets stabbed by the clock? Yeah, in his ass he gets
In his
stabbed.
ass.
You think he died from that?
Yes. Yes, he bled out. Nobody helped him. It's like,
Gaston, you have to stop the bleeding in my ass.
it's like, ew, no. I'm not putting my hand even near that.
He bled out. It's the most embarrassing way possible. Oh my
no
god.
one leaves you to bleed and left for dead like Gaston.
I'd like to think the girls died. The 3 girls that Gaston has sex with, they were like on the front line and they died immediately.
Why were they on the front line?
Because because Gaston encouraged them to come. They wanted to see Gaston win. They wanted to see him kill the beast. So they were spectators. They were not armed at all. I feel pretty confident that they would go. But like, yeah, no, none of those people can be forgiven. None of those people can be forgiven unless they remade that movie where those people were forgiven because of a misunderstanding, right? They formed a mob to kill the beast because of a misunderstanding, right? That's how they would write it.
Well, you know, Gaston convinced them.
Yeah. But they wanted to be convinced.
Well, yeah, like they were whipped into a frenzy, but they already had prejudices against Belle and her weird father.
Yeah.
Just for being a little offbeat.
Just for being a little offbeat, like being an inventor and being a woman who reads.
Just reading.
Just
That's
reading.
so weird.
Just
it's
by-
like, don't they all deserve to be killed by my beast husband who like eat them or something?
Yeah. It's not even like she was reading like, you know, scientific journals or some shit. She was just reading like romance novels. Is that really so strange? They have always been read by women. She's just reading like she's just like some book talk bitch. Your belly is roughly the
It's
size
like,
of a barge.
you
Cute.
think... Sorry, what?
Oh no, just Gabby's been saying her belly is roughly the size of a barge lately. Baby's coming.
Well, like, you have Belle reading cheesy romance novels, and people are like, oh, she's such a brainiac.
Yeah.
And, like, you think, like, oh, her father is such a genius, and he can't even operate a GPS.
He can't navigate by compass.
No.
He's so fucking stupid.
So smart.
He doesn't know which way is north.
I I need a place to stay for free.
Yeah, what the fuck? This guy, you know, Belle can't let him out of her sight. Why did she let him go into the woods?
I mean, yeah, like, that town is full of fools, and Bella and her father are only like 1 degree smarter than they are.
Absolutely.
And, you know, the Beast, he got tricked by a witch. I don't know if that makes him dumb.
Yeah. The Beast is not dumb. No, he was just like, ew, no.
He's just like a spoiled prince.
Yes.
So, like, that continues to be his problem.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Are you guys okay?
No.
Are you guys okay? Are you guys
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Are they okay?
Okay, so now you're saying none of the princesses are smart?
Is he okay? There we go.
None of the princesses are smart? Who's a smart princess? Well, Megara is smart, but it doesn't do her any good.
Oh, shit.
You'd think a girl would learn.
No! Wrong thing! Where? Wait. Oh, fuck.
Jasmine is smart.
Damn
If
it.
Jasmine was smart, she would know that that boy in the market would have been executed for hanging out with her.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's not that smart.
If Jasmine was smart, she'd know that you have to pay for an apple you pick up at the marketplace. If Jasmine was smart, she wouldn't believe Jafar that Aladdin had been killed. If Jasmine was smart, she would have more quickly recognized Prince Ali. She would have been like, "You're him, right?" Like the second she saw him. She didn't recognize him.
Yeah, she's really not smart.
Afraid not.
Wish for her to be smart.
Yeah, right? Wish for a brain. Why don't you wish for a clue? Which Disney princess is smart?
Oh, shit. How are you
I mean, Ariel's not smart. She needs a fish to, like, help her.
There we go.
She doesn't know how to kiss a boy without a fish's help.
Damn it. No!
I'm pretty sure they've all been dumb bitches.
They're dumb bitches. I hate them.
Jane from Tarzan? Dumb as a board.
Yeah.
Dumb as rocks. Is Pocahontas smart? No, she's hanging out with one of the colonists. Not the best idea.
Well, you know, suicidal,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. It's true. But which princess is legitimately smart? Lilo's sister? No, Lilo's sister is such a dumbass.
She's
It's one of
not
the funniest things
smart.
about her. Lilo's sister is a stupid bitch. Like, that's why it's so fucking funny when they go home and Lilo screams and her sister chases her through the house. Like, that shit's so funny because they're just stupid sisters. Her sister's not supposed to be 15, is she? No. No, she's a little older than that, right? I hope so. No, she fully drives on her own. She works, fully works, raises a child.
Raises a fist to a child.
Yes, she does. That's
no!
right.
Now what do I do?
Although she does spend a sizable portion of her day surfing with her boyfriend instead of making sure that her kid's dog doesn't try to drown her. She has road rage. She kicks someone's car.
She attacked that guy's car.
Yeah.
It was just like instant karma.
Yeah. And her house looks like shit.
Yeah, they got that big house and it looks like shit.
Yeah.
Congratulations, brother. You will be sacrificed in the name of saving us all. Aren't you happy about that? Because you fall faster than that, even though that's not how physics works.
They immediately start to survive. That's great. Is Tiana smart? I don't know. I haven't seen that movie more than once. I haven't seen Elsa more than once. Don't ask me to form a deep opinion about those things. I can only do that about movies up until about 1997.
No! Well, yeah, like they'll try to make like a feminist or whatever character, something progressive, as long as she's never smart. Don't make her smart. Oh, I hate that.
What about Mulan? Mulan wins battles with her intelligence. She beats the Huns.
Everyone else is fucking stupid. Does that make her smart?
Right, because they don't notice she's a woman.
Everyone's dumb.
They don't notice for months that she's a woman. Nala?
Is Nala smart?
I don't know. Nala forgets that she needed to eat after Simba shows up.
Maybe she just lost her appetite because she saw him.
Yeah, she heard them talk, and she heard them fart, and then she didn't want to eat them anymore.
I mean, I think she'd just forget about eating if she saw Simba alive.
Right, she doesn't need to eat anymore.
They all died.
They all died? No!
Oh!
Shitty beach party this turned out to be. God, Lemmings is so fucking funny.
No! Now what?
Another rope, or did you use them all?
Oh, shit. I used all the ropes.
No! Rockets? How many do you need to survive?
I don't know, but they're all dead now.
Yeah. Sleeping Beauty? I mean, the dumbest of all. My favorite. My favorite princess. The dumbest of them all.
Do any of them have even like, I guess Mulan is what we decide is the smartest?
So far, yeah, Mulan is the smartest.
But it's mostly because everyone else is dumb.
Really stupid, yeah. They keep underestimating the woman. They don't know what a woman can pull off. And that gives her a real advantage. Yes, her name is Aurora, although she goes by Briar Rose for most of her life. You think... my God. Snow White? Like, no brain, right? Like, she's feeble-minded. Like, Snow White is like picking flowers while a man is walking up to her with a knife. She's just like, oh, hello, Mr. Woodcutter. He literally can't bear to kill her because she's so stupid. He just thinks it's too unfair. But how does that get you there? Can you shoot down and...
Could use a basher to cut through here.
Ah. Oh, yeah. Right. Beautiful.
They're all gonna turn around and die.
Bash! All right, after you finish this, let's call it a night.
Oh, whoops. Fuck.
No! Are they gonna die if they go back up there, or are they just gonna walk down again?
You didn't bash a whole lot.
Uh-oh. Oh,
There
that
we
guy's
go.
in.
They're okay, but when they get up to this can, I need to bash quick.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna lose guys. Oh no, they're not okay!
Oh no! They fell off the screen?
They died.
Shit. You can't even know if they're okay.
Look how many guys are dying. At least 4 guys are dying here.
All right.
All right, 3 guys.
A couple are gonna make it. Yippee.
Oh, but yeah, consensus. Disney princesses are fucking idiots.
Yeah, no.
All of them are stupid.
Yeah. We have formed that consensus tonight. There will be no further questions. Yippee.
Yippee! Yippee!
Did you make it? All right.
Got a 2.
You have saved 22 lemmings. Beauty. That's better than none? It's better than saving no lemmings?
Yeah.
Let's all do our best this week to save at least 22 lemmings. See you next time.